If you are a serious poker player working hard on your game and it always feels like you're not winning as much as you should be winning, I can tell you two things. One is that every high stakes player has that friend who they say, oh, knows just as much as I do, but I don't know why they play lower. And also, two, every poker room in the world has that one player who everybody says, he's not that good, but he wins all the money year after year after year. So if those two things are true, what I can tell you is that more study, more knowledge is not your solution. You don't have a knowledge problem, you've got a presence problem. I'm going to show you how to fix that right now. The way it works is that there are two versions of you. There's the version of you that is calm, present, accepting of all the emotions you're having, relaxed. That's the version of you that is usually studying. That's the version of you that is watching high stakes poker on a stream. That's the version of you that is talking hand histories with your buddies. That's the version of you that always knows the answer instantly. It's like, oh, this is the spot that came up. Oh, this is what you should do. Look at that. I'm right yet again. So the reason why you can't access that and play that way when it's you in the chair, when it's your money on the line, is because a different version of you shows up, the version of you that now is all of a sudden having a different emotional experience. That's not the problem. The problem is that you are not as accepting of the emotional experience that you're having when you're at the table, when the pressure is ratcheted up, when you're starting to feel all the emotion happening in you in a big spot. Well, it's easy to accept what's happening when you're just talking with your friend because there's nothing on the line. The real skill is being able to have that same level of acceptance of everything that you're feeling when everything is on the line. If you can't do that, there's always going to be this version of you that you know is really, really good at poker. This version of you that actually plays, well, you're not going to get the money that way. So the big question, how to get into this state so that the version of you that knows everything can actually be the one that plays the poker? Well, it comes back to this concept from the modern founding father of neuropsychology, Donald Hebb, who said, what fires together, wires together, meaning that every time that you have a specific emotional experience, you're either going to deepen and make more grooved in your behavior patterns, which currently is probably to punt and stress yourself out and overanalyze and not be able to trust your instincts, or you're going to be able to interrupt that pattern, go the other way, and start to build out a new way of behaving in these high pressure, high stress, high emotion moments. So what you've got to be able to do is recognize your patterns as they happen, not analyze them afterwards, but be able to recognize in the moment, this is happening. Oh yeah, I'm doing this thing. And then be able to interrupt that and be able to create a new pattern in that moment. The more you do that, the more it becomes normal for you to behave naturally, calmly, crushing people in the moments when it actually matters instead of just on a theoretical basis. Speaking of making great decisions under pressure, I've got a high-packed, high-pressure decision for you to make right now because my daily email newsletter goes out every single day. And people message me saying, hey, can I get the archives? Hey, I missed the one that you talked about from this time last week. Can I get that? And I say no, because the daily email newsletter goes out one time. And you don't know which one is going to be the big idea that changes your life. I get messages all the time saying, oh, when you wrote this email, that really made everything click. So you don't want to miss the one that's going to change your life. You don't want to miss the one that's going to have the one idea, the one technique, the one thing that's going to change you from where you are now to where you want to be. It takes you less than 20 seconds. It's free. So are you going to make that decision right now? If you are, pokerwithpresence.com. This is the best thing going on in the poker world. If you want it, come get it now, or you might miss the thing that changes everything. If you are, ooh, that's like my watch hit the microphone.